What is up, YouTube? It's Franklin from Dual Humor, and I got another deck profile to showcase for you guys. This time it is Plunder Patrols. Yes, goblins, pirates. Konami's really running out of ideas, I guess, but pretty cool artwork and pretty interesting concept to play around. I think it's really fun. So let's just get started with this deck, and I'll explain everything throughout the deck profile. So first 3 cards are Whitebeard. 3 Whitebeard. Whitebeard is basically the best Plunder Patrol card. It is a level 4 tuner, so you can do some synchro plays. And on top of that, when it is sent from the field or hand to the graveyard, you basically get to special summon another Plunder Patrol monster, that's not him obviously, from the deck to the field, and that's pretty good. Now, it does have some side effects that it limits you to Plunder Patrol cards for the rest of the turn, but if you just combo off and make your other non-Plunder Patrol extra deck monsters before you do this effect, you're off to a good start. It also has another good effect that you want to keep on field during your opponent's turn, because you could basically target one of their monsters and then special summon a Plunder Patrol extra deck monster with the same attribute to the field and then equip it to this card. So Plunder Patrol's main version of winning duels is basically hoping your opponent has something good, like an attribute that it can use to advantage and summon one of its big ships. So that is Plunder Patrol Whitebeard. Now Redbeard. We do play 3 Redbeard because it does have the same effect in the opponent's turn of targeting and equipping itself into another monster Plunder Patrol ship that has the same attribute. But it has another effect that when it's sent from the field or hand to the graveyard, you can just equip it to a monster, a Plunder Patrol ship basically, on the field. So it's really good when you fusion off or you link off. You can just equip it, and then there's some Plunder Patrol, the fusion ship that you re-special summon it so they can use it in your opponent's turn. So it's really interesting. Definitely the best 2 Plunder Patrol cards. There's another one that's really good too, which we'll get onto after this guy, which is another good card because Bluebeard basically is a free summon once you control a Plunder Patrol card on the field, the Plunder Patrol monster. So you can just special summon it. It does have another additional effect that when it's sent to the field, from the field to the graveyard, you can activate its effect to draw a card and discard a card. So pretty cool. Now we do play 3 Golden Hair, kind of like a Goldilocks Plunder Patrol. She's really good. She is really good because you can just send the Plunder Patrol monster card from your hand or face up in the field and just special summon her. But her best effect is that she, in the graveyard, could just destroy or discard a card basically from your hand to special summon it from the graveyard, and you can activate trigger off Plunder Patrol monster effects doing so. Also, she does have the side effect or the down effect that you are limited to Plunder Patrol cards if you activate the secondary effect from the graveyard, but that's pretty good because you just use her at the end of the combo sequence, or you could just use her special summon effect, get a rank 4, and then use that effect afterwards. And that is it for the Plunder Patrol monsters. We max out on every Plunder Patrol monster available because they're all good and we need names. So now on to some extender, basically 1 extender, and we use Silent Anchor. So Silent Anchor is a really good card because it's just a free body, just like a Bluebeard. That was just special summon it from your hand to the field, but it does have the side effect that it doesn't let you special summon again from your hand for the end of until the end of the turn. So use him wisely, and I recommend to use him once you know for sure that you're not going to use any cards, any special summons from hand. So really cool. And then obviously we do run a little draw engine, and it's one of my favorite draw engines. Anyone who's watched my videos for most of the deck profiles now know I'm using the package, the Magician's Soul package. So good. It does work well with this deck because I do max out on cards that have advantage, Plunder Patrol cards that have advantage in the graveyard. You'll see in a second. and it's just a free draw card, free body, gives you the dark so that you can summon the dark ship during your turn. So pretty cool. And then obviously the one brick of illusion, Princess Illusion Magician. So we get just special summon dark magician souls easier. And then last card is the Crystal Needle Fiber target, which is Olion, to make a really good board. Pretty easy. Alright, so now we're up to the spells, and we're gonna start off with the 3 Plunder Patrol shipping. So tongue twister there. Basically the fusion card for the deck. It also has another effect which I really use to like search out a Plunder Patrol card from your graveyard, from your deck, and add it to the field or add it to your hand. Basically, or you could just equip it. It's equipped to the monster. So basically, you just banish it and get an emblem card. So really good card, and it comes up because we can just discard the secondary shipping, or just the one that we have that's useless with souls. So pretty cool. Now on to the emblem. We do play 2 emblems. So people run 3, but in this build, since I'm running souls, I would rather just run 3 shipping and 2 emblems, because you can just equip it easily from the shipping and it doesn't cost you anything. So 2 emblems, really good. If I could max it out to 3, I would, but I just don't have space. Really good card because its effect basically gives your ships basically an equip card that lets you combo off and get the additional effects of the ships. And then on top of that, you can always just send this card and the card equipped to it to special summon a ship from the extra deck. So it's really good. Now on to the field spell. The field spell basically is Plunder Patrol Shipyard, and basically it's really good because it's a rota for the deck. You just discard a card, you can add any Plunder Patrol card you want from the deck. It also has another effect that it can basically target card from your equip card, and you just basically compulse it, add it to the hand, and set this card right back to the field spell zone. So really good. Then we also play obviously Terraforming to search out Shipyard. Now on 2 more spells. We do have an extender in Salvage to add 2 of the Plunder Patrol cards so that your ships are always alive and can search you out another Plunder Patrol once they activate their effects. So pretty cool. We do play 2 Pot of Desires. I've been thinking about playing 3. People say you don't want to play so many because of it does have the tendency to banish some of your Plunder Patrol cards, but I say, well, if you have your best field on the board, it's pretty hard for your opponent to out this deck if you have your best field. So I say play 3 Pot of Desires, or 2 Pot of Desires at least, because in this version we do play Upstart. So yeah, that could be the 3rd Pot of Desires if you want. I just wanted Upstart because I like Upstart, and it does help out. Now on to the traps. So the traps are mainly composed of Plunder Patrol traps with a little bit of a hand trap action. So we do play 3 Booty. Booty is very good in this deck because when you go first, you can just call an attribute and then basically change your opponent's attribute to that. So it can affect a lot of decks just by doing that alone. And then you could just basically a synchro summon, XYZ summon, or link summon into the Plunder Patrol you want, because you change the attribute into the desired attribute that you want. So really cool. Then we play 1 Parade, and Parade's really good because it is one of those cards that you can use with Magician Souls to gain advantage, because it equips to your synchro summoned or XYZ or just extra deck monster summon ship, and you could basically get the effects like that. So it's really interesting and it's really good. It does have another effect that lets you draw +1 of each equipped card you have on the field. So it's a field effect, but it's a monster graveyard effect is better, to be honest with you. And we do play 3 Imperms just to prevent your opponent from comboing off too hard. And that is it for the main deck. Now we're going to go up to the extra deck. And the extra deck is pretty standard. We do play Link Ross for the shenanigans with Herald. and Don Draxter. We do play two Blackbeard. I would play 3 if I had the space, but 2 is really good. Usually your games won't last too long, and you only need 2 basically to win. It's really good because it does have the another effect that it could just special summon. Does the same thing as Whitebeard. Special summon a card based on the opponent's attribute, but you draw a card on top of that, so it's pretty cool. And then we play Morak, basically a Plunder Patrol ship Morak, which is basically a banish of a monster, a quick effect if it's equipped to Plunder Patrol card. So that's really good. We do play Metal Marcher, which for the Link Ross combos and Needle Fiber combos. We do play Herald of Arc Light, which is cool. We do play Don Draxter. We do play Black Rose of Dragon for because we can make level 7s easy in this deck. We do play 2 Bran, pretty cool, right? For the banish of a spell or trap, quick effect. And we do play 1 Oral Whale, White Whale, pretty cool. And then obviously we do play 2 Lease for the monster negator that it does provide, and it can search out a monster. On top of that, I am missing Needle Fiber for this deck. So Needle Fiber is obviously an essential for this combo, and when I have the combo tutorial up, I will be putting Needle Fiber in the deck. So right now it's at 14 cards, as you can see. Yeah, 14 cards right now. So Needle Fiber is actually in the deck. So just so if you guys don't know, because there's no point of doing all this if you don't have Needle Fiber. So it'll be in the combo tutorial. Don't worry. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoy the Plunder Patrol deck. I find this build to be really fun, really interesting, and very powerful and consistent. A lot of draw cards, a lot of power plays. And if you guys really enjoyed this deck, please consider donating to me as well. Or if you're gonna buy any of these cards, use the TCG player link in the description. It really does help out the channel, and really helps us build more decks like this. Also hit the like button, subscribe, and really appreciate that. That does help the channel grow immensely. And yeah, basically that's it for the deck profile. Franklin from Dual Humor out. Peace, guys.